Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jester the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Riddler from the Batman. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon while you're at it, so that way you stay notified when I do upload new content. And if you do enjoy this video or any other content that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It is free and easy for you to do, and it really helps the channel grow. With all that out of the way, guys, once again, we are going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys Riddler from the Batman movie. Man, I am super excited. I'm sure you guys know this by now if you guys have been following the channel for a while. Anytime I get to mention this movie, I get super excited. But unfortunately, the figures have been lackluster. But as long as the movie is good, I'll be happy. So I will only be covering the Batman and the Riddler in this line. If you want my reasonings, go back and watch my Batman review where I outline all my reasons why I avoided the rest of the figures in this line. Even though I had the chance to buy them all in store at one point, I was just like, no, these guys, not worth my money, not worth my time. So, I mean, I guess that's basically the review on those for me. I guess if it's not worth my time and money, it should probably say something that, like, probably not worth your time and money either. The face sculpts were shit, the side eye was shit, the amount of accessories were shit, the hand options were very, very shit as well. So I really only bought Batman and Riddler because I am such a big Batman fan that I had to get at least him, and of course you have to get the movie villain with the Batman. So yeah, that's the reason why I picked them up. And of course I am getting the Drifter bike and the Bat Cycle, which I do already have, and that review is already up because you can use those with other figures, especially Mezcos. They fit perfectly on those, unlike these guys, which are technically made for the bike. But that's a story for another time. But today we are going to be taking a look at Riddler, guys. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at everything that this guy comes with. He is a DCMultiverse figure, so he does come with the typical DCMultiverse stand right there with the DC logo stamped in on it, and of course a DCMultiverse trading card. There's the front, and here's the back. If you guys want to read that, you guys can go ahead and pause the video and read it, but I am going to go flip it right back to the front. And usually I don't do this, but I want to point something out. You see that accessory that he has in his hand, that roll of duct tape essentially? Yeah, would have much rather have gotten that as an accessory than the fucking piece of shit snow shovel that he actually has. He comes with the trigger for your hand, as most DCMultiverse figures do, but of course, no gun. And surprisingly, I'm really surprised on this one, guys. Todd actually gave him a fisted hand. Not two, but one, but that's one more than fucking Batman has, so there's fucking that. So yeah, that's a whole nother thing. If you guys want to hear about all of that, go ahead and check out my review of the Batman figure from the Batman movie by McFarlane Toys, where I go into great detail how upset I am that he only comes with a slappy hand and a one C-grip hand. So yeah, at least they give this guy a fisted hand so he can at least punch Batman, because Batman's apparently trying to slap the Riddler around. But you know, I guess we'll see how it goes in the movie. But yeah, guys, other than those two things, why don't we go ahead and pull him forward? Whoops. So that way we can pull the little snow shovel out of his hand and I guess take a closer look at it. I don't know why the fuck we would. It's just a packing accessory that he probably just threw in there for the fuck of it because can't use guns. Yeah, we're not even going to look at that, guys. So let's just pull the figure forward and take a nice closer look. So like I said in my Batman review, not only did I get these figures because obviously I'm a big Batman fan and you have to have Batman and the villain of that film, but also because these are like first-hand looks at the costumes that they're going to be wearing. And obviously, Batman's is a little more intricate and a little more detailed and a lot more to look at. But there's still quite a lot to look at here on the Riddler's outfit. So it looks like he's wearing a total of 1, 2, 3 jackets. Obviously, Gotham gets fucking cold. He's wearing some, you know, cargo pants, some combat boots. I wonder if that's what he's actually wearing in the movie, or if that's just some reuse that Todd had that he wanted to use for this. The cool thing is that you can also see the back part of his mask, and you can see it's all clear. And this guy does come with the side eye. If you can see right through his glasses, he comes with the side eye. The glasses are not removable, thankfully, so that way it's not as noticeable, especially when you have them this far out. I guess you can see it. I don't know. But yeah, so he comes with that fucking stupid side eye. So less gripes with this guy than I had with Batman, mainly because I just love Batman so much that when you fuck up Batman, I get mad. This is a new interpretation of Riddler, one that we haven't seen, so you can't really fuck that up. And on top of that, he actually gave him a fisted hand, which is something I've been telling and begging Todd to do with every fucking superhero that he does, or villain, because if you can't include a gun, if you can't include a proper accessories, at least include some fisted hands so they can punch each other to death, Todd. They can't shoot each other to death, but they can sure fucking punch each other to death, right? Because that's totally cool, guys, apparently, according to WB. You know, you can use swords, you can use knives, you can use a fucking snow shovel, but a gun, no, you know. So that's just my personal gripes with it. Once again, I know it's not McFarlane Toys' problem or issue, but their issue is that they also don't include proper hands, and that's my gripe with them, along with their QC issues. My God, their QC issues have been horrible recently, and that's another reason why I will not be going too far into the DC Multiverse line anymore. So these videos will be far and few, guys. I'm not saying I'm not going to completely stop buying and not buy and whatnot, but I'm going to be extremely picky when it comes to these figures at this point. But yeah, so now that we've gotten a nice closer look at him, like I said, he's wearing about 3 green jackets. He has his little Riddler sign right there. Mask, you can see the back, he has some hair. So I wonder if the Paul Dino head sculpt is under here and they just put a mask on, or if you remove this, if it's all going to be just nothing because they knew it was going to be covered up permanently, because they are going to be releasing the Batman unmasked Riddler figure, but if the head sculpts for the other figures have anything to say, it is not going to be pretty. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and move on into articulation. So he can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. His mask does hang down to his neck, so you have to just really push it. He'll look down slightly, not too far. He'll look up pretty decently, better than Batman did. I guess he does have some pretty decent head tilt right there. His arm will go out to a T-pose. You do get a slight butterfly joint in there. 360 rotation at the shoulder, 360 rotation at the bicep. You do get double hinge elbows, rotation at the wrist, hinging in and out, up and down, whichever way that ball peg is facing. Absolutely no mid-torso crunch rotation at all. You're kind of just in this position at this point. So that's another thing. They really cut corners when they can, and you know, he has enough space in this jacket to really crunch forward. Look how much I can squeeze this thing. Like, he has so much ability and space to crunch forward, and yeah, you just can't. So rotation, okay, you get rotation, so you can rotate, but that's it. Taking a look at his splits, he cannot join the cheerleading squad, but why would you have the Riddler on there? He has a very slight thigh swivel at the top, but not a thigh cut. He will kick out that far. The jacket is a bit of a hindrance. He won't really kick back at all, but he does come with double hinge knees so that he can basically kick his own ass, you know, in the case that Batman can't. But taking a look at his ankles, they will go down that far, up that far, ball rocker hinge, and last but not least, of course, we do get the McFarlane toe articulation, and honestly his ankles are super loose, or at least this one is. If you can't tell, it's just versus this one that's I guess they're kind of equally. I guess it's just me. But yeah, guys, that was our look at the McFarlane Toys Riddler from the Batman. So yeah, guys, like I said, really the only 2 figures I picked up was Riddler and Batman. I'm super hyped for the movie, but these figures left a lot to be desired, in my opinion, and I'm really hoping Mezco tries their hand at these, and I definitely will pick those up if they do. But with that being said, guys, join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. And join me every Wednesday on Instagram at CoolFigurez for Coffee and Toys Live, where I will speak to a new guest every week about toys, toy collecting, toy photography, and so much more. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics I took of this guy, somehow because he only came with a snow shovel. But thankfully, you don't see the side eye, so that helped. But with that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day. thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Check it out if you like what you see. Leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of any figures I do reviews on for this channel, go ahead and check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all my unboxings. And join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon card, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store. Check them out, guys.